Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the 1 week review of the Kershaw Iridium, and that's going to be mentioned later, that little problem right there. It is about $65 at Blade HQ right now at the time of upload. 3.5-inch D2 blade, 8 inches overall, with 4.5 inches of aluminum scales to get a grip on. Pretty decent overall. They are anodized aluminum. They are anodized gray with a orange anodized aluminum backspacer as well. A long lanyard hole, which is kind of interesting to see. You don't really see them that long very often on a folding knife, but there it is. A deep carry pocket clip, which is 2-position, tip up only. Perfectly fine with that. T6 hardware all the way around, and a T8 pivot. We're going to start off with the pros of this thing. It is D2, which is a perfectly fine steel. Great edge retention. I haven't had any problems with it so far. It is on bearings. Nice and smooth. The deep carry pocket clip is, of course, it has to be a good thing. It's just nice to see it, honestly. And it's super comfortable, fits in the pocket quite well. You do see a little bit of the knife sticking out, but not much. It is fully ambidextrous, which is also awesome. Left hand friendly is always nice to talk about. You don't see that very often in the knife world, except for with these locks and a few others that are quite interesting as well. It has a strong lockup. I've never had this lockup fail. No failure right there. Durable materials. Aluminum is quite durable. It takes a punishment and just keeps on going without any problems. It has been dropped a few times. It's not a big deal to me. Let's see here. Build quality. Overall, quite nice. I haven't had any problems with anything backing out. None of these pivot screws or anything are backing out. Centering, quite nice. I'd almost call it immaculate right there. Really good job. The blade grind is even on both sides. Super impressive. It should be for the price, but that doesn't always happen. Being that it is not handmade, or they don't claim that it is, I would expect a little bit higher accuracy on things like that, so that doesn't surprise me very much. The medium strength Omega springs. Now, I love that. You don't see that often, and a lot of them are too strong or too weak. These ones you can do with one finger just fine. No problems there. Either way. Great job there. Easy lock access is always nice. Sometimes these are kind of hard to get into. It's kind of hard to get your fingers in there and really get at it. This one's quite nice. Easy to reach. Another good job. Finger safe lock is always a plus. This is obviously a finger safe lock. As you can see, none of my fingers are in the way of the blade. Goes right in the way it should. No problems other than that. We will bring that up later again. And then soft enough to sharpen fast. I have done a completely custom, but my own edge on the whole thing. It's sharp, extremely sharp, almost scary sharp for me, with a single stone right here. It's just a DMT fine stone. That's it. Does a great job. I completely reprofiled this with that, so do with that info what you will. On to the cons. Aluminum is kind of slick. I have had this thing fall out of my hands a couple times, which is why it's been dropped. In the summer, it is not very friendly. And again, it will slip out of your pocket if this is a strong pocket clip. That's not a big deal, but if you miss, it will slip right out of your hand. Fails to close about 20% of the time. Now, this is due to small hands. My hands are not large enough to actuate this properly. The way that I prefer doing it is I push this into the palm of my hand and then pull back on these with both fingers and stick it in. Well, you get what I mean. But it doesn't always work like that, and that can be a problem. That is where one of the drops happened, is because I pushed it down and it just slipped and fell. Now, that's also due to a camming problem right here. Notice how it will slide back out. It's because the tang of this blade is cammed. It has it's not perfectly round in there. As you can see, the blade or the lock moves because it's putting tension on a not perfectly round tang. It's not small hand friendly. That's the only other gripe I have about it. The mini version of this is probably perfect for me, other than, again, it's slick and it's not very small. Oh my god. It's not very friendly in the summer. That's just the way that this is going to be. Overall, I would say I recommend this knife if you have larger hands. If you can get a good grip on it, that's even better. Maybe take some sandpaper and scuff this up a bit. It does make it better, probably. I might have to test that, but I'm probably going to sell this thing too. By the time that this goes up on YouTube, I believe this knife will be sitting there on my eBay. You can buy it if you'd like. I'm getting rid of it for, I'll say 40 plus shipping. It's a good knife. You'll get it for about 10 bucks under MSRP, or 15 bucks under retail or whatever, with an edge that I did myself. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you had a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.